Hello and welcome back. I am Chuck the Testus and we are back at it again with another weird build. This time it's not a request. I wanted to try something with the IMPALER weapon. It's kind of fun, to be honest. I like the weird O skill they added to some items, and I really wanted to build something out of this one. So we are a JaBarb. And as you can see, we are clearing Dclone with it. So it's not a night tier build, obviously, but it's strong enough to beat Diablo clone as well as high density maps, so I suppose it's not too bad. So for this fight, I changed some stats around and some items around as well. We added Hotspur for the boost and Thunder God for the belt. As for the stats, we lowered the strength a bit and added more vitality into the build. Usually we have about 2k HP and much more strength and about 1.5k more damage, I'd say. But for this fight in particular, you need to change those. 2k HP is not enough for Diablo clone in my opinion, at least not with a Barbarian. But yes, it is possible to clear Diablo clone with this build. So let's jump into the gear. The boots are Hotspur for the amazing maximum fire resistance. We also have a Wisp Projector for the Earth of Wolverine. Thunder God belt for the maximum lightning resist and lightning absorb. One Raven Frost for the cannot be frozen and a lot of attack rating. Steel Rends for the crushing blow and enhanced damage. Obviously the Impaler for the Jab O skill. It's not necessary to have it ethereal, but it sure adds a lot of damage. Some good corruption will be Deadly Strike, attack speed, and enhanced damage. The armor is Arcane Valor. There are many good choices here, but I needed the extra faster hit recovery, and you will soon see that I also use Fen and Leap for this build, so the faster hit recovery comes very handy. Eye Lord's Amulet mainly for the Deadly Strike and attack speed. Guillaume's Face mainly for the Deadly Strike and Crushing Blow. You also want 3 socket if possible and put 3 15 increase attack speed jewels. If they have AD, it's even better. Our main boots are Gore Rider for the Deadly Strike and Crushing Blow. And the main bell is Nosferatu's for the attack speed, Deadly Strike, and it's our only source of life leech, so we need that. If you are not doing Dclone, you should be going for around 2k HP before BOs, and you want to put everything else in a strange to increase your damage as much as you can. On the left you can see my stats. Those are the Dclone stats, so my damage should be around 2k more than this. We are dealing right now 9.5k. We also have a lot of attack rating coming from the Barb Mastery and Jab. We have a lot of defense, around 2.8k HP, which is pretty safe for Dclone, and our resistances are all maxed out. But as I mentioned earlier, you want to put about 2k HP before BOs and everything else into strange when you are not doing Diablo clone. And you put just enough dexterity to equip your gear. Our Merc is a fire rogue for the Vigor aura. Everything else we equip is simply to equip the Templar's Might armor for the Might aura, so we went with Giant Skull, Marrowwalk, Nosferatu, Steel Rends, Fate, and finally Templar's Might. Fate is also a necessity for this build, so we can reach our maximum attack speed breakpoint with the Barbarian Jab attack. The Grand Charms are Mastery Grand Charms. I tried a few of them and those are the ones which give the most damage. And for the Small Charms you want to go with maximum damage, life, and attack rating. If you are lacking some resistances, I would suggest putting a few in there so you are maxed out. And now to the skill tree. We maxed out Battle Command for the increased damage it gives. We also maxed out Battle Cry for the reduced physical damage, so we can break immunities with it. As for the combat tree, we went with Spear Mastery and 20 points. We also put 20 points into Iron Skin, 1 into Natural Resistances, 1 into Increased Speed, and 10 points into Combat Reflexes. And finally you want 1 point into Leap, so you have to put 1 into Bash and 1 into Stun. And you will understand soon enough why we want to go with Leap. Basically the way you want to play this is you leap into a pack, and then you switch to Battle Cry, you weaken the pack, and you go for Fend instead of Jab. This should allow you to 1 or 2 hit every monster around you. From my testing, it's easier to use Jab instead of Fend when there are not enough monsters around you, because Fen is much slower, so you can just run up to monsters and jab at them. Then when you find a pack with a lot of monsters, you just jump in, battle cry, and Fen your way through. The worst part of this build in my opinion is that I didn't get any corruption for a mana leech. I'm not even sure if we can, and to be honest it will very much help to have some mana leech in there, because it gets a bit tedious when you just keep running out of mana and when monsters just drain it away. It's very annoying, it sucks. Otherwise, yes, it's not a high tier build, but I think it's pretty fun, it's different, and if you want to try new items, it's a good way to do so. And I suppose you know me by now, and you should know that I really enjoy my wacky builds. Another weakness of this build is the rogue mercenary. You depend on her for your attack speed, and she tends to die quite a lot in high density maps, so you should be focusing on clearing as much monsters around you as you can so she doesn't die behind you. Otherwise, it's safe, it's fun, you have a lot of HP, you leech life, and you kill everything pretty fast. Anyway, this is the end, and if you enjoy, like me, watching those wacky builds, and if you thought of something super spicy that you want me to try, just leave a comment and I will read and try it. If it's worth making into a video, I will name you and make a video out of it. Thank you very much for watching, I really enjoy making this for you guys, and until then, see you next time.
I can't. Not even death can save you from me.